Ahead on DC News Now at 4, people across the DMV feeling impacts of the government shutdown.
I planned for 3 months, all the things and all the tickets, and we're having to reschedule everything and change everything.
While some businesses lend a helping hand.
So we'll do happy hour pricing at the bar for all federal workers.
We have reaction from around the region.
We're going to hold on to some chilly air as we head toward the end of the week. We'll let you know when a warm-up might start to take effect again.
Then the first person in Maryland receiving the butterfly logo on a license, what that symbol now means and how it's helping drivers in the state.
We're stretching your dollar, showing you how to maneuver away from crippling credit card debt.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And good afternoon. I'm Annalisa Gale. Well, the federal government has been shut down after Congress failed to reach a deal on funding, and now thousands of workers across the DMV are being impacted.
It's going to be a lot of impact felt throughout the city, and it's real difficult to face that uncertainty.
Everybody's got bills.
Coverage this afternoon. DC News Now's Mariel Carbone is live this afternoon, and also Liberty Simmons. She spoke with people in the region, while Rashad Hudson has more on Capitol Hill.
But first, let's head over now to DC News Now's Randy Bass. Randy, which doors are being closed today?
Yeah, Annalisa, quite a few, but still plenty of people will have been out here along the National Mall today, less than 24 hours after the shutdown. But many of their favorite attractions and spaces, like here at the United States Botanic Garden, they are now closed, shut down, along with the federal government.
We're disappointed. We came in for a vacation, and I planned for 3 months, all the things and all the tickets, and we're having to reschedule everything and change everything.
A disappointing day in D.C. for this North Georgia family and a few dozen others heading to the National Mall this morning to learn the Washington Monument is closed to visitors.
Right now, we're supposed to be all the way up in the top of the Washington Monument, but we're adjusting.
Not far away, the U.S. Capitol and its visitor center also closed for tours. The National Archives, supposed to have the full U.S. Constitution on display for another week, now closed too. Another favorite for Washingtonians and tourists, signage outside of the U.S. Botanic Garden reading closed due to a lapse in appropriations.
But this was on my schedule because we're plant people, we're landscapers and designers from California, both of us, and been waiting to come here for a long time.
Now changing their plans, feeling a little frustrated by the sudden closures around D.C.
It's just a beautiful day, and too bad the government's not working.
And it's important to note other institutions like the Smithsonian Museums and the National Zoo are expected to stay open for a few more days, using rollover funding from last year to stay open until this coming Monday. Along the National Mall, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
All right, thanks to Randy. Meantime, leaders in Maryland spoke on the shutdown. Maryland Governor Wes Moore said that the shutdown could have been avoided. Governor says that he has directed state agencies to keep federally funded welfare programs operating for now.
We will ensure that state employees supported with federal funding continue to get paid for as long as possible. Federal programs administered by the state will continue to support working families through Medicaid and SNAP.
Meantime, Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin reacting to the shutdown, saying, quote, Schumer shut the government down because he's controlled by the progressive left, and so are Kaine and Warner. No Virginian should be supporting this shutdown.
And with the shutdown now underway, hundreds of thousands of federal employees are potentially facing some furloughs as the president pushes for more permanent changes, including the termination of those workers. DC News Now's Mariel Carbone joining us live downtown. And Mariel, DC government is stepping in to help those impacted here.
Yeah, Annalisa, it is. We know that thousands of federal workers already lost their jobs here in D.C. earlier this year, and that number, it could increase. It's why the district is now launching a new initiative that is helping connect these workers to new career opportunities.
I've been a proud federal worker for almost the last 20 years of my life.
But that all changed earlier this year. Kathleen Borgetta was terminated from USAID 11 weeks after giving birth to her son.
I was really in a dire challenge. No benefits, no job, no industry to return to.
She was forced to pivot in her career and now helps other fired federal employees find jobs through her organization, Pivoting Parents.
I'm Kathleen
It's a
Borgetta.
situation thousands of federal workers could be in again.
We can do things during the shutdown that are irreversible, like cutting vast numbers of people out.
The president threatening to terminate federal workers during the shutdown as a way to punish Democrats. This is an estimated 750,000 federal workers could be furloughed.
Our federal government is closed. Our local government is open.
Mayor Muriel Bowser, alongside other agencies, stepping in. The group announcing TalentCapital.ai, a service intended to help fired federal workers.
Our workforce is shifting, and we will shift with it.
The site is an AI-driven job matching, training, and reskilling service.
And what we're doing today is connecting what those new job opportunities are with the very talented, high-skilled federal worker that might be looking at a layoff.
As for Borgetta, her advice to anyone impacted now or in the coming days and weeks.
Find what your purpose is, whether that's your family, whether that is the work that you've been doing, and certainly access some of the services that are being debuted today.
And the mayor also saying today that D.C. has a robust unemployment fund. When asked specifically about the federal shutdown, she said that the government should get back to work. Reporting live in Northwest D.C., I'm Arielle Carbone, D.C. News Now.
Arielle, thank you. And for continuing coverage on those resources and to see how local officials are responding, you need to head to our website right now, dcnewsnow.com.
All right, Annalisa, let's talk a little weather. A nice day in the neighborhood.
Yes, it started off chilly, Damon. I wasn't sure quite where we were going, but it went up.
Right. I mean, talk about classic fall-like feel right there as we got a little dose of that chill this morning to kick off the month of October, but it turned out to be a very beautiful afternoon. And a big-time reason for that, the sunshine is back, folks. And it's that sunshine that helped us climb, yes, from the 50s, even lower 60s earlier this morning, back at least into the lower and middle 70s. D.C. hanging out at about 74. And for many of us, these temperatures are pretty similar to what we had yesterday when all the clouds were still around. Now, a big time reason we didn't see a jump in our temperatures with the return of that sunshine. It's been a bit breezy, and we will continue to feel some of those breezy winds coming out of the north as we head into the later evening hours. But winds will go calm. It will stay clear, and then it is about to get even chillier still tonight, folks. How about it? By 10 to 11 o'clock, we're down into the 50s, and that is not the stopping point for where our temperatures will tumble. Now, it's not going to get quite cold enough for the concern of frost for most of us, but out into some of our far western counties, it is likely to drop down into the 30s, and that's why a frost advisory is needed there across parts of Garrett, Mineral counties through the mid-morning on Thursday. So no, it's not going to get cold enough for frost concerns close to the district, but how chilly is it about to get by tomorrow morning, and how long until we see our next warm-up? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. The family of a man shot and killed by police last night in Woodlawn demanding answers. The Chevrolet Police Department said its chief was the one who opened fire. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg has more from Prince George's County.
All day, the family of a 45-year-old man shot and killed by police in his own driveway gathered to comfort each other.
We just want justice for our brother. And the chief, David Morris, is going to pay for this.
Chief David Morris and other officers were investigating a stabbing that happened in Cheverly, according to the Cheverly Police Department. They say they found a car on Greenland Street associated with the suspect in the stabbing, and that Chief Morris encountered a man outdoors believed to be the suspect who was armed with knives.
He didn't have anything on him.
Cheverly police say the suspect charged Chief Morris, who opened fire. They say 2 knives were recovered at the scene, but the mother of the man who was shot says that's not what happened.
Put out the wrong thing. I was in front of my son. Okay, right here, my son blood was. I was in front of my son. And the Chevrolet man said, "Who are you?" And he says, "I'm his mother. He's not going to injure anybody." And he just said, "You in the white t-shirt," which he was behind me. And he said, "Pow, pow." I was right here.
The man was a Metro bus driver with 2 little girls and was one of 9 siblings. While police say he was an armed suspect, neighbors think differently.
He is not a guy like that. No, he's very respectful gentleman.
Again, that was Daniel Hamburg reporting. Chief Morris was not injured and is on restricted duty status pending the outcome of the investigation. The Maryland Office of the Attorney General's Independent Investigations is the lead in this case.
In our schools now, Fairfax County Police have arrested a Thomas Edison High School instructional assistant after they say he inappropriately touched 2 students. 40-year-old Derek Burrows has now been placed on administrative leave and remains suspended. Investigators say he inappropriately touched 2 students on separate occasions. They learned about the allegations after Child Protective Services referred that matter to them. He's now charged with 2 counts of aggravated sexual battery and indecent liberties by a custodian. He was recently released on a $3,000 bond. Police are looking for anyone who may have additional details about that case.
In D.C., dozens of people testified in front of council today as they discussed the so-called bottle deposit bill. That bill would require consumers to pay a 10-cent deposit on all plastic bottles purchased in the district. That money is refunded when the bottle is returned. It comes as pollution in the Anacostia River is a big concern in the district. Council says that they will take written testimony until 5 p.m. on October 10th.
Now to sports, good news for the Washington Commanders. Quarterback Jaden Daniels has been medically cleared to practice after missing the last 2 games due to a hamstring injury. Head coach Dan Quinn speaking after today's practice in Ashburn, saying he wants to make sure Daniels is back at full speed before cementing him as the starting quarterback for Sunday's game in Los Angeles.
Back into the fold of it, David. He'll get all the reps at the practice, so we'll be back at a full speed, the execution, the timing, all of that. That's really what I'm looking for, but he's definitely chomping at the bit to get going. So, or just running the offense, being back to himself. That was our discussion today to make sure, man, like all the looks, all the calls, and the speed of the practice.